when I started to understand uh, that I love speaking. I want to be a good speaker, but there are lots of things that I need to learn. If I want to be a public speaker, I have to learn stage confidence. I have to learn how to manage crowds. I have to be a motivational speaker. I don't have to be boring. If I'm very boring, people will go off to sleep when I'm speaking, and I can't bore people. I have to make people like sit up and like something what Arundam said. I hope I do it. Like I want to make up even a sleeping person get up, or like even if someone is unwell, you should be like, I have had this experience in my classes, and when I used to take training, I am a trainer. I used to go to schools and institutions and conduct workshops. So some of the teachers used to come with fever or headache, and they didn't used to know who the speaker will be. I mean, the school authorities told them to go and sit in the workshop. They would come and sit, and they would like, okay, just blurt it and go. Okay, but then when I would like start speaking, I worked really hard. I would make sure that they all get into the good spirit. They feel motivated. They feel happy. I would make them laugh. One of few teachers came and told me, sir, you cured me. I'm feeling so better after the workshop. Sometimes a workshop makes us sick. Sometimes a workshop gives us a headache. But your workshop made us feel good. I would thank the stars up there and God for that. But what I meant to say, skill is something which you can learn and you can use it to your advantage. Talent has to convert it into skill. I hope I'm very clear on this one. So, what are the components of your strengths? Like someone asks you in an interview, or somebody generally asks you, what are your strengths? What are your strengths? So, I see many people, I ask in my workshops, I used to ask in my ice breaking sessions, please tell me your strengths. And many people would be like, strength. Oh my God, do I even have it? Okay, I think we should not have that attitude. And if I ask you, what are your weaknesses? There's a whole list ready. I have this weakness, I have this weakness, I don't get up on time, I am eating anything I want, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Now, see, this is not right. You are focusing on your weaknesses, you're not focusing on your strengths. And remember the rule of energy. Anything that we put our focus in, that grows. If you put focus on your weaknesses will become magnified. Even if they're not there, you will start seeing them. Okay, so stay away from people who are showing you your weaknesses. Stay with people who are showing you your strengths. Or rather, if the people are showing your weakness, ask them for a solution. Okay, you showed me my weakness. Great. Now what do I do about it? Because it's easy to point out someone's weakness, but it is very difficult to help that person get out of that weakness. It's like telling someone you are in a pit. Okay, I'm in a pit, so get me out. But many people don't know how to get you out of a pit. So be with people at least who compliment you sometimes, who tell you your strength, right? Okay. So can I ask you to, if you can quickly put in the chat section, your talents and your skills. Maybe two talents that you were born with, that you know, yes, I was born with this talent. Or maybe my mother was like this, so I'm also like this. My father was like this, I'm also like that. So talents, please give me two talents and give me two skills. Skills are something which you have acquired over a period of time. You worked hard for it. You learned it at the workspace. You learned it at in a very difficult manner by interacting with people. A skill is even using Microsoft Word, operating your mobile phone. Okay, attending a Zoom meeting is a skill. You didn't know it, but you learned it. Okay, but you learn this very fast because technology is all around us. So there are certain other skills also we need to learn. So can you please tell me? Can you write in your chat section? Write T for tree, and maybe you can tell me two talents, and skills S, and two skills. Yeah, can we do that very quickly? Lovely, somebody is okay. Anita man has written skill is to a people management skills. Talent is ability to excel in academics, acquire knowledge effectively. Lovely. Vijay has written. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was Arindam's talent. I hope you've understood the difference between the talent will be something which will be very raw. Talent is something which is very raw. Talent is not something which is being honed or there's some children even on the road. You have some very poor children. They're singing and begging, but their song is so beautiful. I mean, their song is so melodious. So that is talent. That is not skill. A child needs training. There are some girls who are very young and they can make a cup of tea or they can cook. They will quickly make up something. Maybe they put some kheera and the sandwich. They make a tasty sandwich. That's talent. Not okay. Naveen has written very well. Witty nature, sense of humor, and skill is to learn new things. Okay, Naveen has a very clear-cut understanding of this. Okay, great. Wonderful. So these are your talents and these are your skills. Very good. Now, I will surely be reading your messages. Okay. So what is a powerful combination? And then you have a talent, skill, and the third is know-how. Know-how is knowledge that you have learned. A skill is different. Skill is like you have a carpenter coming to your house and creating a cupboard for you, creating storage space, creating your entire furniture. He has skill. But if he does not have a know-how, know-how means latest trendy furniture. He comes to your house and gives you a 1972 sofa. You will be like, excuse me, you're very good, but you're so outdated. Okay. You know how to sing, but you go to on stage and you sing the most boring song somebody has ever heard. You have a good voice, but you don't have the know-how. Means you don't know what's in trend, what people like to hear, what are people nowadays listening to. This is know-how. So these three things will put together give you that powerful combination. You're a good speaker, you're born with a good voice, but you don't know how to operate Zoom. You don't know how to conduct online classes, suppose. So you are lacking in one thing. Now the strength, actual strength and a powerful combination is when you know all these three put together. Okay. So what is the benefit of having good strengths? Like working on our strengths. Number one, they give you higher energy. You're full of energy because you're a very strong person. You don't give up because you have worked so hard on yourself. You are a hard-working person. The moment you realize, I don't know this, okay, I need to work on it. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn it. So you are a strong person. So you exhibit higher amounts of energy as compared to someone who's complaining or who's regressive. Okay, you are a better performer because you have strength. You know the art, you know the skills. You have a high self-esteem. If you know your strengths today, nobody's telling you your strengths. But if somebody sits and you go for a session, there are sessions I do where I tell people their strengths. You just need to talk to me for 2 to 3 sessions, 4 sessions. Eventually, I will tell you all your strengths. These are your strengths. Maybe you didn't even attribute them as strengths. That's the problem. Sometimes we don't even know that we have this strength. Like suppose you are a very adjusting person. You never get angry. You are very adjusting. You have a lot of patience. That's a strength. Maybe your family always says, be care. But no, that's a strength. Okay, so that will give you higher self-esteem. So please, I would request you after the end of the session, make a list of your strengths. Ask people around you, what are the strengths I have? What have you seen in me? Okay, how am I strong? Okay, so this will give you a better self-esteem. Don't go around asking people for your weaknesses. Okay, we all have weaknesses. But if we pay too much attention to our weaknesses, our strengths will get dominated. We need to work on ourselves. Agreed. But always thinking about my weakness will not give me a good self-esteem. I'll give you a very honest viewpoint. There are many people who come to me for communication skills. I tell them about communication skills. But the problem with them is not communication. The problem with them is so low self-esteem. They think about themselves in such poor light. that even if they are speaking well, they don't have the confidence. Okay. Okay, then that will make you more resilient. If you know your strengths, that will make you more resilient. Resilient means you will bounce back very fast. Even if someone criticizes you like anything, you gave a speech and someone said, you know what, you talk like a table, you know, a furniture can talk better than you. Maybe someone told you that. But if you are a resilient person, the next day you will say, okay, आज speech कहाँ देना है? आज next speech दूंगा. You'll be like, फिर से आ गए तुम? You'll be like, yes, I don't give up. Okay, that is being resilient. Okay, you are more engaged. If you have strengths, you are a more engaged person. Engaged as in you are busy, people like you. You are always doing something, like you are attending a class today. Thank you so much. You could have sat and watched TV in this time. You could have read you could have wasted your time maybe in some place just surfing through the net and seeing some rubbish. But you didn't do that. You are leading a more engaged existence. You came here and you're sitting for 1 hour, and you will definitely, the strength will make you a happier person and less stress. Obviously, these are all positive qualities that we will get once we recognize our strengths. Okay. All right. Okay. Am I audible? Sorry, somebody. Am I audible enough? Actually, I've had a little tiring day today, so okay, fine, great. Thank you so much. I've had a little tiring day today, so I'm not like a lot of energy, but I will try my best. Okay. Okay. Now, the next thing which I wanted to discuss with you is about Ikigai. You must have all heard this. This is a combination. Ikigai is a combination of your talent, your skill, and your know-how, and your strengths. What does Ikigai say? What does Ikigai say? Ikigai is saying, Ikigai tells us, Ikigai is a Japanese concept. It tells us that, number one, see, there are four, components here. Number one, what is it you really love? Ask yourself, do I love taking workshops? Do I love speaking? Do I love singing? Do I love this? Do I love cooking? You can also make cooking your career. So many people have made cooking into a career. I like to do up the house. Some people have become interior designers. I like to make clothes. Some people have become designers. So what am I good at? What do I love? Am I so passionate about it? And can I make it my mission of my life? Okay, that is what do you really love? Then you have to ask myself, am I good at it? I love it. Okay, maybe I love singing, but maybe I'm not good at it. The moment I start singing, people say, "Mujhe kuch kaam hai, I have to go." Okay, then I'm not good at it, because if I'm good at it, I should be mesmerizing my crowd. My crowd should get hypnotized, mesmerized. They should be like, "Please keep singing. You don't want to get up and go." So that is my love is becoming other people's love. My love has to become other people's love. They should love me more than I love myself. They should love my work more than I love my. I keep saying I'm good at it, but people don't like it. So what else I had to check? Am I good at it? Okay, can I convert it into my profession? If I love it, people also love it. Now Sachin loves to play. The world says, yes, please play. We want you to play. So he said, oh great, I'm going to convert it into my profession. Okay, I love it, people love it. Okay, but am I going to get paid for it? I love singing, people love listening to me, but then they say, okay, thank you so much, lovely, but we're not paying you a penny for it. Okay. No. The third thing which you get, why is this important? Because you have to convert it into your profession, means it has to sustain you. Obviously, you love something, people love it, but if you're going to the bank and we're doing a 9-to-5 job, this will eventually phase away. So this has to be also there. Are people ready to pay for me? What can I do so that I also earn money with this, from this? And finally, what does the world need? Okay, I know how to sing, I know how to speak, but is the world ready to listen to this kind of speeches, or do they want this kind of speeches? I'll tell you very honest, when I started taking training sessions, I realized that sense of humor was my trump card. Because when I started taking workshops, I was initially, obviously, everybody has stage fright. There's no person who will just come and say, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't have stage fright." It's not like that. We all have stage fright. Okay, but when I used to go on screen, on stage, I used to start making people laugh. I used to do serious workshops, but even now you must have realized when I'm speaking to you, I'm trying to add in a few punches of humor. You know why? Because humor is something which will hold people in the workshop. Number two, someone told me a very good thing. If you make people laugh, there are two guarantees. Number one, no one will sleep. Okay, because people cannot sleep and laugh at the same time. Okay, don't make it very serious. People will go off to sleep, or people will just shut themselves off. People have this golden way of just opening their eyes but shutting themselves off. They will be like listening to you, but they're not listening. Okay, so that will not happen if you make them laugh. Number one, and number two is when people laugh, there's a serotonin release in the brain, so they don't want to go away from there. So I realize this is a need the world has. If I speak very seriously, I'm good at it, I'll get paid for it, but people don't want it. People want humor. And eventually that became my trump card. People started calling me because I would make them laugh. And I would crack, I would interact them with in a funny manner. And that is what the world needed. So I'm giving you my example. And I got very well paid for it all as well. So these were the things that I realized. I loved speaking, taking workshops. Eventually I got good at it. I got paid for it, and the world started calling me. Institutions started saying, "Please come and take a workshop for us. Take a workshop for us." Means the world needed me. So this is Ikigai. Okay. All right. If we can understand this, this is Ikigai. Okay. Now we need to realize your talent. So the first thing that we need to do is identify your strength. From today onwards, I would say that if you want to grow in life, if you want to make more money, you want to be a happier person, you really want to be a happy person. A happy person is someone who has realized his talent. It's very simple. It's like an apple tree holding on to lots of apples. But if it doesn't give its apple to anybody, the apple tree will be very unhappy. The apple tree has to give his apples to people. Otherwise, what is it an apple tree for? Right? An apple tree, a mango tree has to give the fruits to people. So give your fruits to people. Explore the options. How can I make people happy with my talent, or how can I empower them, motivate them? Okay, identify your strength. And creation versus consumption, as in you're creating something, of course, but do people really want it? So you need to ask yourself this question as well. So when you get an answer to all of this, you will eventually become a successful and a strong person. Okay, the next very important point, I'm quickly coming to this, which I need to take a little time, is multiple intelligence. Okay, I will take up a little bit on multiple intelligence. My favorite topic. Multiple intelligence was developed by Howard Gardner. This is exactly the topic that I used to take in the education institution, because we all need to know about multiple intelligence. Multiple intelligence is very simple. Multiple intelligence developed by Howard Gardner was simply indication that we are all intelligent. There is nobody on this earth who is not intelligent. Okay, and we all need to understand that intelligence and work in that direction. That's it. Okay, so what are the intelligences? Let's understand the intelligences. These are the intelligences which were established by Howard Gardner. I repeat, these are not my intelligences. I haven't developed them. This has been told to us by Howard Gardner. If you're keen on knowing more, just pick up Google, just Google Howard Gardner multiple intelligence. The internet is overflowing with information on all this. So you can find out what is your intelligence. The first intelligence which I have taken up is nature smart, or are naturalistic. Okay, now, what is this intelligence? There are some people who have a way with nature, like a farmer. or an agriculturist or somebody who is into biology, botany. They know nature so well that they know this bird, this insect, this flower, this root, this herb, something. So this is being nature smart. Like if you are a person who knows, oh, you have a stomach ache, have pudina with this, you will be okay. This means you are nature smart. You know what nature has given us to cure us. So this is one of the first kind of intelligences. The second kind of intelligences is body smart. People born with body smart are people who are sports persons, dancers. They have a very athletic body. Even as children, they were very keen on sports. They used to win sports. Now, the thing with intelligence is how far can you take it? Okay. If you have an intelligence in you, but if your parents or your surroundings did not promote that intelligence, then that intelligence will not last long. If you are a person who has body smart, which is called kinesthetic intelligence, body kinesthetic, and if your parents encouraged you to go and play, they bought a bat for you, they bought those cricket set for you, and said, please go and play. Please, I will come with you. Your dad used to come with you for practices. He put you in the best coaching center. Now, then what will happen? That same intelligence, what happened with the famous people, maybe a Sachin Tendulkar, a Madhuri Dixit, whoever whom you consider to be talented and who made their money out of their talent, are people who were supported by their parents first. So if you have children, support your children. Find out what intelligence they have, support them. Because if you don't support them, nobody will support. Nobody in the world will come and say, your children are my children. Or something like that. Nothing like that's what will happen. You have to develop your children's intelligence. Later on, the world will clap for them. Or maybe give them more work, or maybe give them more platforms. But you have to initially develop their intelligence. Okay. So this is the second kind of intelligence. The third kind of intelligence is interpersonal. Now, interpersonal, as the picture also suggests, is getting along with other people. Okay, see, there are some people like Miss Anita wrote. She took a session on emotional intelligence, and she wrote that I love to interact with people. She's good with people, which means she has interpersonal intelligence. I can give you her example because I've seen it. Interpersonal. How to deal with people, what people want, like a radar to understand what people want. How can I make people happy at the same time be happy myself? Okay, like teamwork kind of thing. So this is called interpersonal intelligence. Okay? So you are interpersonal smart. So people with interpersonal are politicians. They can become HR heads, human resource heads. They can go into PR, public relations. They can go into maybe becoming an air hostess, becoming a hotel staff. Hospitality industry is all about interpersonal. You may be experiencing a headache, but if there's a guest, you cannot say, I am experiencing a headache, please get lost. No, you have to go and still attend that person. You're not feeling well, you're an air hostess. You still have to smile, look good. This is interpersonal. The next is picture smart, which is also called visual intelligence, visual spatial intelligence. Such people are very good with pictures. They're very good with their visual senses. So they can get into architecture. Now, someone who made the Taj Mahal, someone who made the Statue of Liberty. Now, the Statue of Liberty and Taj Mahal were made by picture smart people. Okay? Someone like Mahatma Gandhi was interpersonal smart. Someone like Sachin Tendulkar is body smart. Someone like, you have some activists, nature activists, environmentalists, who are working on a lot of environment concepts. Okay, and coming up with LED bulbs, LED lights, smarter ways to save environment, CNG. These are nature smart people. Okay, so a picture smart person will be making something like a Taj Mahal, something like a because they have so much of intelligence. Okay, let me tell you something about the Statue of Liberty. I don't know if you know about this. The Statue of Liberty is a very, very tall structure. You know that. Now, did you know that the hair of the Statue of Liberty, the hair, okay, the hair, the strands, who is going to watch those strands? Do you think anybody is so tall, or anybody, even if they go in a flight, they won't be able to see the strands of the hair, right, on the Statue of Liberty? But it seems that even those hair, the strands, have been done so perfectly. I mean, it's a surprise how that artist did it, who made it. And of course, that can be found out on Google who made it. But the thing is the finesse, the intelligence. He didn't say it's hair, excuse me, who's going to see the hair? Okay, no. He made even the hair perfect. Even in Taj Mahal, if you go and see the carvings, it's perfect. So that is called picture perfect, picture smart, picture intelligence. Okay. The next intelligence is mathematical intelligence. Mathematical intelligence is something to do with logistics, numbers, figures. So maybe the finance minister has to be logical smart. She has to know the taxes, she has to know the figures, she has to know the, okay, a CEO of a bank, the bank managers, anybody who's in the field of finances, or anybody who's in the field of stock exchange, are people with mathematical, okay, even engineers. Okay, because when they are constructing, say, a metro, the Delhi metro, there is a lot of science which has gone behind it. Can this pillar take this much load? This pillar of this much circumference and this much can take this magnitude of weight, whatever. I mean, you just can't just make a metro just like that. You need a lot of mathematical smart. Okay, so this is the next kind of intelligence. Okay, the next kind of intelligence is music smart. Okay, somebody with a musical sense, the ear for perfect music, like when you hear a very good song, a very good music composition, like something what Arindam played in the beginning of the session today. Now that had very good music. The composer has musical intelligence. He has to know where the guitar should stop, how much we should add in this, how much, which instrument we should put in this. If you listen to some old songs, even in the current lot of songs, very good use of instruments. The megahertz are perfect. The megahertz. Music is intoxicating. Music is hypnotizing. So that music director or that music composer should know how to hypnotize the people with his music. Okay, that's why music has a hypnotizing effect. Many people listen to music and just go in a trance because it's a hypnosis. It has hypnosis. So, but you should have that intelligence. Listening to music is something else. Composing music, coming up with a musical composition, playing a musical instrument. I'm talking about those things. Okay, not the receiving end, but at the giving end. Okay? And then, of course, which most of you I would like you to be, word smart, linguistic smart, language smart. Okay, like something like this. These books, yeah. You like if you are a linguistic smart person, linguistic intelligent, like I want to read all these books. At least I want to see them. I want to see what it's all about. I want to learn language. I want to learn words. I want to learn vocabulary. I want to learn expressions. I want to speak well. Like what Arindam said in the beginning of the session, that if you want to be a communicator, you have to write and read and speak well. Okay, so this is being a linguistic smart or linguistic intelligence. Some people are born with it. They can write books. Some people who write books. Some people who compose quotes. Some people who write quotes. And look at the quotes. Some quotes are so amazing. You're like, my God, how did this thought come to him? You know. So, like I read a lovely quote. I'll share it with you. One of my favorite quotes. Everybody is a villain in somebody's story. Everybody is a hero in somebody's story. So everybody is a hero in somebody's film, and everybody is a villain in somebody's film. See, I mean, it has been put so well. We know this, but the words, the way the words have been structured. So what I'm trying to say is that this is another kind of intelligence, which is called linguistic intelligence. Okay, the next kind of intelligence is intrapersonal. Intrapersonal intelligence is of philosophers, okay, authors, people who like to be on themselves, go into a cocoon, go into silent zones and think, come up with something creative, or maybe introspect. Okay, we all do it at some time or the other. When we are alone, we sit and think, or we plan, but then some people, they go purposely. It's not as though there's nobody in the house, so now I'm going to sit and think. It's not like that. They take out time. They love being on their own. They have, like Albert Einstein used to have his own laboratory. They used to vanish for days and weeks and months. And over there, he used to create something alone. Okay, so all great intelligent people also have intra. Now, intra is different from inter. Inter is with people. Intra is with yourself. How well do you know yourself? Okay, and how well do you know your own strengths, weaknesses? How do you talk to yourself? What is your self-talk? When something goes wrong, how do you tell you what do you tell yourself? Okay, all this is intrapersonal intelligence. Each intelligence in itself is a whole branch, but I don't have too much time to explain all the intelligences obviously. So I'm just rushing through it. Now these are the people who have exhibited various kind of intelligences. You can see it on my. So these are people who have either exhibited musical intelligence or kinesthetic intelligence or maybe music, linguistic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, all of that. And there is one more intelligence that has been added lately, and that is spiritual intelligence. So I will not take that up because we don't have the time, and moreover, it's a little too vast a topic. Spiritual intelligence is people who have a spiritual mind bent and who have really done something, like someone like Sri Ravi Shankar, or maybe like Prabhupada, or maybe Sadhguru, or anybody of these people who have taken spirituality as their life goal. And they're good at it. People want to listen to them. People want to pay them. People want to, the world needs it. They are good at it. People want it. They love it. See, all the four are being fulfilled. IKIGAI is being fulfilled. So these are the various intelligences. And that brings me to the end of the workshop. So the moral of the story is that if we need to live our strengths, we need to understand our intelligences, our talents, our strengths, and we need to increase our know-how. So ultimately, then we'll end up leading a fulfilling life. We will be that apple tree who fully grew, had apples, gave it to people, and led a very good, fulfilling life. Otherwise, somewhere there is something lacking. And you will also realize that, no, my potentials are not coming out. I'm not leading my life to the full potential. So this is the Live Your Strength workshop. Okay, I'm done with it. You have any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I literally would love to thank you from the entire team of English Times, imparting such an immaculate value in all of us in such a shorter span of time. And this is the greatest strength of yours, that you have the ability to describe the complex situation in a very simple manner. And the way you demonstrated the kind of strength, interpersonal skills, I truly love. In fact, throughout the day, I was just thinking about this thing, and you exactly brought out the topic. And the way you picked up Ikigai and described what we love, what we are passionate about, what we can earn money from, and what's the problem of the world needs. So that is something which really, truly imparted a lot of value inside of me, and I have become a fan of Ikigai.
Thank you. Yeah, you should.
And even while following the principles that Ikigai says, I guess we can counter-attack a lot of issues that we have in our life.
Find a direction in life.
Exactly, sir. In fact, Martin Luther King used to say that if people are not living the life of their passion and purpose, well, guess what? They are already dead. And you have exactly showed us and the kind of strength and how to distinguish between know-how, talent, and skill. That was something which was a complete, which is an intriguing way to dissect this wonderful topic. Thank you so much, Shekhar sir. I have no words
Pleasure is all
to.
mine.
I really
And
do not.
actually, it is says that Arindam, I've been doing this for 14, 12 years now, taking workshops on various topics across the. So, I mean, that's the reason the topics are like, you know, you told me in a very short notice and I did it, but it's just something I love because these topics are already something that are very close to my heart. And I have seen a lot of people benefiting from them. So, that's the reason it gives me motivation to speak about it.
That's
And
so
thank
nice.
you for providing me the platform.
That's so nice of you, sir. It has really imparted a lot of value, and I would now request the people from the audience to unmute their audio, and if you have anything to ask, anything to share, now it's the time. Shekhar sir is available. Yes, Anita ma'am, you have raised your hand.
Yeah, thank you, Arindam, and thank you, Shekhar sir.
Yeah.
Uh, it was a lovely insight, but I have a question. So that's what actually I really want to know from you. Those are many people I have met, and if I talk about the challenge, they really don't know that what exactly talent they have. So can you just guide me that how we
Challenge
just
in life. What challenges they have in their lives?
No talent.
no, not challenge. I'm talking about the talent. Talent.
Talent. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
talent.
talking about the
Okay,
talent.
okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. See, the talent is
So normally what happens? Yeah.
okay. I agree, Ms. Anita. You're absolutely right. We are all not born talented because some people may be born with average talent, and some people are born with extraordinary talent, and they're born with such extraordinary talent that they cannot hide it. Like some people start winning trophies and awards at a very young age, and then slowly the whole world takes notice of it. Like I remember, I had a classmate when I was in the third standard, and he used to play tabla. He used to play tabla,
Mm-hmm.
play tabla, 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 and he went to the international level. I mean, he used to participate at this when he was in the fourth standard. So this is like extraordinary talent. This talent is something you cannot hide it. And he was very lucky. His father would encourage him. He would take holidays from school and go for tabla contests and competitions. He had musical intelligence, obviously. Okay. So yes, ma'am, we all don't have that kind of talent in us, but we definitely have some iota of talent. We all have something or the other. So why did I tell you the multiple intelligences? That these are the 9
Mm-hmm.
broad
Okay.
categories. So you can ask yourself, was I good with books? No. Was I good with musical instruments? No. Was I good with the cricket bat? Yes. Or was I good with maybe something else? Was I good with people? Was I fun? Somebody used to make lots of friends in my childhood. Even now, many people
Mm-hmm.
don't know that making friends is a talent.
Okay.
People don't know. If there's somebody who can make friends, it's a talent. You can handle people. People like you. If people like you, it's a talent. Because who likes whom? Okay, there's so many people whom nobody likes. But if people like you and they're like, they want to get in touch with you, they want to be in touch with you, means it's a talent. You have a talent. Okay, if you are somebody who loves to be alone, who has no problem being alone, for even days, you're very comfortable. Don't think you are crazy or you are a nerd or something. No, you are talented. See, again, we didn't know. Then when if I'm somebody who is very comfortable with my loneliness, I'm not crazy. I am talented. Of course, it depends what I do in that time. Do I sit and read, come up with stuff, lead a creative life, or do I do something really weird? That I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what you do in your. So see, we can know these 9 intelligences. That's the reason I told you this. Because we should. That will help us identify our talent.
Okay. So according to you, that if someone is good in engineering, someone is good in doctorate, someone is good in
That is not
teachership.
talent. That is skill.
Okay, that is skill.
Talent
Okay,
is that he likes to heal people.
okay.
Talent will be very raw. Talent will be not like in the childhood, maybe if somebody used to get hurt, he would be the first one to apply bandage or put some cream. So that doctor thing is there in the form of a talent. Now he needs to become a doctor, means he needs to get skill. That is not talent. Doctor is not talent. Engineer, like that child said, मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए Lego लाके, मुझे Lego के साथ खेलना. I love playing with Lego, and with the Lego he would create very impressive buildings. Or so that talent of being an engineer is there in him. Okay, so that is talent at a very raw stage.
So in the corporate, that many people, many bosses, the
Yes.
yeah, many people in the corporate, they speak, the bosses are speak only one thing, that we need the talent guys. So that means they are speaking wrong.
They need the talented guys, yes, because you should have a flair for that work. No? There's a flair. You should have a flair for that work. Like suppose there's a doctor. Okay, a big hospital has engaged a doctor, but that doctor has become a doctor, but that doctor does not have those small things which makes you a perfect doctor. So the company will soon realize that yes, he has a degree. A degree is not enough, but he is not a talented doctor. Means he cannot handle patients, he cannot handle operations. He doesn't know some things. Somewhere he lacks. So that means that he is not fully talented. I mean, he's talented. He's not fully talented, because had he been talented, he would have become a very skilled one also. There's a difference. I see, I may have a talent, but if I have not taken perfect training for that, then my talent will not go to the full potential.
Correct.
So that's the reason. Like you recently had this lady who was a beggar she used to beg for alms.
Yeah,
That
that yes. That name
so
is.
what is that?
Yeah.
That is talent. That is pure talent, because she never had took any training, I think so. I don't know. I mean, I heard about that story and I've never even heard her properly, but I'm telling you.
No, she didn't take any kind of.
See,
Yeah,
that is talent.
Correct.
That is talent. You know something? Kishore Kumar has never taken formal training in singing. Nobody, I don't know if you all know it. And Kishore Kumar is recognized as one of the best singers in the country. Was one of the best singers in the country. So what is that? That is talent. But that is extraordinary talent, which all of us don't have. We need training. So the moral is that if I have a talent and I get the right training, I will become a strong person who will be an asset to a company. But if I don't have the talent, I can go to the best engineering school in the country, but I don't have talent, then somewhere I will be lacking. Somewhere. Little bit.
Correct.
Someone will be better than me.
Got your point. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving
Thanks
such.
for the question.
That's
a nice, intelligent question. Yeah.
So it was. Quality of questions definitely determines the quality of our answers. So that is why, Miss Anita, thank you so much for such a thoughtful question.
An intelligent question is as good as an intelligent answer.
So thank you so much. And just like it, I would really like to thank all the participants for coming and giving their precious time. And at the end, I would like to accolade and provide my heartfelt gratitude to Shekhar sir, that despite such a busy schedule, still on our request, you managed to take at least an hour from your hectic schedule and conduct the workshop. So it really means a lot, sir. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all the participants. And let's see you in the next workshop. Have a great day and have a great weekend. God bless you.